What is up, guys, and welcome back to my channel, or welcome to my channel if you guys are new. Hi, it's Keisha here with the fresh and wavy content. So I have this like mic lapel situation thing going on because I've been having some audio issues for like the longest time now, and I've been trying to like figure out what works, what doesn't work, and apparently a lot of things aren't working. So here we are. I should probably put the lapel on my jumper, but I feel like if I put it over here, it might be too close to my mouth, and you guys might just be like, Keisha, bitch, back it up. One hop this time, dun dun dun. So I thought, you know what, why not just put the clip of the lapel onto my clip from my hair clip that I use to separate my 4C hair when it's wash day. Isn't that so creative and so funny? Like, gone. Guys, I'm having a really bad hair day. Don't know what to do with my hair. I feel like I've done, I want to say every hairstyle, but I haven't. But I'm just so tired of, I don't know, like, I don't know what I'm doing with my hair. I'm just living, I'm just existing and trying to make it do what it do, okay? But yeah, having a bad hair day today. Also having a bad skin day apparently, so I'm gonna back it up real quick. But apparently we have a friend who wants to join my face and flipping move mad. Anyways, enough about me. Let's go ahead and talk about this new rumored feud in Hollywood. Now, this is all alleged. Apparently, word on the street, don't know what street this is, but there's a street that's saying that Zendaya and Sydney Sweeney are feuding. Now, it was the Daily Mail that was first to break this story. I don't see the Daily Mail as like a credible or legitimate source when it comes to stories, if I'm being honest with you guys. I think they have done a horrible job at reporting on certain stories and spreading false narratives. But since then, a bunch of different tabloids and articles have picked up on this story and are basically stating that there is an insider, whoever the hell that is, who's come out to say that Zendaya wants no parts of Sydney Sweeney. Like, when it comes to promo, she doesn't want to stand next to Sydney Sweeney. She's not here for what it is Sydney Sweeney has done in this year. And if we're being real, Sydney has done quite a bit. I've reported on her over my main channel. We had quite a lot to say. Obviously, the commercial where she was talking about Sydney Sweeney has good jeans, and then her obviously promoting the denim jeans, but then talking about jeans as in like G-E-N-E-S basically. And it just being controversial, and it just feeling like, here we go again, a white girl with white privilege doing the whole white supremacy thing. It just is jarring. People are over it, and a lot of people just have morals, and they're like, you know what, this doesn't align with what I believe in. I think this is absolutely ridiculous. I don't want to support it. End of. And I love that. I feel like a lot of people are standing on business now, you know. I do think some people may have been outraged because they saw other people outraged and they don't really know how to form their own opinion. It is quite sad. I've noticed that. But look, it is what it is. I do feel like it made for a great conversation at the time, again, which I had on my main channel. But yeah, I think Sydney Sweeney has had a messy year. A lot of her movies apparently this year have flopped. If I'm going to be real with you guys, I didn't know what other movies she had going on. I'm going to keep it so real. Also, are we not living for this quality? I think the audio quality is way better than it's ever been. So comment down below, gas me up. Let me know if you guys prefer the audio. I think it just sounds way more nicer and just like way more crispier. So here we go. But yeah, when it comes to Sydney Sweeney, it hasn't been a great year, has it? And also with her being with Scooter Braun, it's like you get with anyone in Hollywood and you choose to get with a monster in music. That come on. Like the Taylor Swift, someone's glitching. The Taylor Swift situation was enough to have me look at Scooter Braun with a bombastic side eye, because what do you mean? What do you mean you're a thief? What do you mean you're this evil? What do you mean you're this greedy? But Sydney Sweeney doesn't give a flying monkey. Like, where's her team? Where's her PR team? Someone in her team should care about the public perception to some degree. Sydney Sweeney is standing on business. She doesn't give a flying monkey. In fact, she doesn't understand why people are hating on her. And I feel like, you know what? Low-key, high-key is giving Cassie. Cassie is very much loud and wrong and is constantly pointing the finger at other people. And it's like, no, babes. The reason why people act and react the way they do is because of you and your own actions. And a lot of it is mad. A lot of it is mad. So Zendaya wants no parts of that, apparently. Okay, so let's just go ahead and get on into this article that basically is saying, after 6 years on the HBO teen drama, opposing political views have gotten between Zendaya and Sydney Sweeney's friendship, which is now in tatters, insiders claim. Now, this is all just rumored. It's just alleged. Who are the insiders? I want to know. Like, let's put an at on it now. Give me the government name. Let me know it's real. Because if you just say insiders or sources of claim, I'm like, bitch, who are the sources? Who are the insiders? Let me know. I'm a nosy ass bitch who put an at on it. Do you know what I mean? Because I can literally just be like, insiders claim that Zendaya is literally coming out with new music. Insiders say that Rihanna's getting back into the booth. And it's like, does Rihanna know that she get back into the booth? Does she know these things? Insiders claim Halle Bailey's pregnant again. Does Halle Bailey know she's pregnant again? Do you know what I mean? Like, anyone could say anything. Anyone could spread rumors. So I always want to know, like, who's doing it. Is it like someone on their team coming out to like talk to the Daily Mail? Also, it was a Daily Mail that broke the story. So that's already a big red flag, because a lot of things they say are just absolutely ignorant and just so wrong. And they're just, yeah. So if you know anything about Daily Mail and that whole law, then you guys know that you shouldn't believe everything that you hear. But let's just continue, because I feel like it will make for an interesting conversation. It is a tad bit believable, but also I lie more on the fact that I don't think this is really a true story. But the reason why I'm reporting on it is because imagine there is truth to it. Like, imagine Zendaya truthfully wants nothing to do with Sydney Sweeney, doesn't want to stand next to her when it comes to promoting Euphoria. The red carpets, the conferences, all of that. I want no parts of that. So is it like Zendaya standing on business because she has morals and she's got a brand to protect because she works very closely with the producers and directors of Euphoria? She's up there with them. She's one of the big dogs, yeah? So she's got things that she's got to do and put in place as well. But yeah, let me know your thoughts and opinions, obviously. But it said that Zendaya is refusing to do press calls for the upcoming season of Euphoria with Sydney, and that they will not be seen standing next to each other, according to sources working on the show. Now, this is messy. This is absolutely messy, but let's be real. Sydney Sweeney's had an absolutely redonkulous year, like absolutely crazy. In terms of public perception, people aren't rocking with her. People just feel like she is a white privileged woman who is aware of her white privilege and is using it for the worst, the absolute worst. On top of that, she is a Republican, allegedly. Okay? It's been an absolute messy year. And on top of that, you've got Donald Trump co-signing you. Oh my days. What a absolute mad year. What a absolutely mad year. Okay, the White Lotus actress Sydney Sweeney sparked controversy in July when an American Eagle ad campaign featuring the star was launched with the tagline, "Sydney Sweeney has great genes," but of course didn't mean the denim clothing item that she was wearing in the commercial. It was the whole Sydney Sweeney has great genes, the GENES, white supremacists, all of that. It was a lot, and we reported it over on my main channel, and I had so many things to say, and so did the world. A lot of people just didn't like Sydney Sweeney after that. I feel like, to make matters worse, the fact that she's dating Scooter Braun. Out of all the men in Hollywood, Scooter Braun, one of the most evil people in music. Did you not hear what he did to Taylor Swift? Like, wasn't that enough for you to look at him with a major bombastic side? The greed. Like, this is the greed they talk about in the Bible. Yeah, the greed. The greed. It was mad. Okay, so, and I don't know, it's just like, come on, like, you just don't care. Sydney Sweeney doesn't strike me as somebody who cares. She strikes me as somebody who's loud and wrong, just like her character Cassie in Euphoria. Now, since I'm speaking of Euphoria, can we just hang that show up? Hang it up, flat screen, get rid of it. We don't need, after season 3, we don't need it anymore, you know? Like, I love Euphoria. I love to be sat on a Sunday. I love to be sat and ready, and it does entertain me, but we don't need it anymore. I don't need a season 4. I'm good. I'm so good. Since Fesco died, I'm good. I'm so good, all right? Now, the pun in the word genes sparked considerable backlash from the public, who compared it to a rhetoric surrounding eugenics and white supremacy. After this, multiple news outlets in the US reported that Sydney's voting records show her being a registered Republican, though she has not spoken out about this. That's crazy. Wow. That's certainly a choice. That's certainly a choice. Now, obviously, it's her life. She can do whatever it is that she wants to do, but she has to be okay with the fact that people are just not going to rock with her anymore. People do not like her anymore and feel like, damn, bitch, I want no parts of that. And at the end of the day, it is up to people to do whatever it is that they want to do and, you know, like who they want to like. But of course, Sydney Sweeney's not going to go on record and be like, yeah, I'm a Republican. She's not going to say that. Like, she's dumb, but not that dumb. President Trump, who is not my president, by the way, but this article is saying that, so I must say it. But even if I was American, he can be your president, but not, anyways, sorry. Not that it's any better here in the UK, by the way. Trump even weighed in saying, "Now I love her," ad, after being told the news. Meanwhile, Zendaya has vocally opposed Trump. After he won presidency for the first time in 2016, Zendaya took to social media and said she was speechless, petrified, heartbroken, and weary. "I don't know what to say or what to do. I guess I just never knew how many people in this country didn't love other people in this country," she said. Now sources claim that their apparent differences has led to a feud between the actors. An insider told the Daily Mail it's a difficult position for Zendaya to be in, because if she even stands next to Sydney Sweeney on the red carpet, it can be read as her excusing Sydney's views on Trump and her refusal to apologize for the racist act. Now, Sydney Sweeney's is about the aftermath for me. It's one thing to have the commercial and do all of that or whatever. It was of American Eagle, I think it was. Is it American Eagle? My mind is here, but it's not in it. But apparently, yeah, look, she did that commercial, and it's so funny because Cat's Eye had the Gap commercial. My milkshake brings to the point that they ate with that. They ate with that. But the crazy part is, with Cat's Eye, people were, trying to buy the pieces they were wearing in the commercial, the Gap ad. But also, with American, what is it? Is it American Eagle, American Apparel? Guys, my brain is just not, it's not here. It is, but it's not in it. What is it? American Eagle. Why did I say American Apparel? Is American Apparel even a thing? anymore. I don't know, but yeah, American Eagle, it still went up. People were still buying for American Eagle when that campaign came out. The amount of people who were so touched by that commercial is crazy. Like, people were still buying from it. So I don't know, it's like, is it really a loss? I mean, it is a loss for Sydney Sweeney. If we talk about public perception, if we talk about even her own project, she's come out with like maybe 4 projects this year. Majority of them have been a flop. Majority of people have not gone out to leave their house and go and watch in cinema, or to even stream at the comfort of their own home. They said, no, bitch, I'm standing on business and I'm not choosing to support Sydney Sweeney, and that's my choice. She is very loud and wrong. And, you know, I like that people are standing on business and people believe in what they believe in. I feel like Sydney Sweeney really could have cleared up her image after it, but she's chosen not to. She's gotten with one of the worst men in Hollywood. Again, Scooter Braun. Yes, he's powerful. Yes, he's extremely wealthy. And maybe that's just her trying to, you know, take advantage of opportunities around her. But I feel as though there's a way to do it. She's beautiful, she's young, she is talented to me. I know a lot of people like they never really got the hype. For me, I think she's talented. I did like her character Cassie on the show, but I thought it was just a character. I didn't think it would be actually real life. But here we are. Okay. Where are we? Yeah, I mean, look, if this is true that Zendaya feels as though people may believe that if she stands next to Sydney Sweeney that she is co-signing her views on Trump, or, you know, even the racist commercial, I feel like people do think like that. People do think, okay, if Zendaya is stood next to Sydney Sweeney, then she thinks the same way Sydney does. But I just don't, I think when context matters, because it depends on the crime, if I'm being real. If it depends on what it is the person has done. Some things just like, okay, well, this person just feels the way they feel. And also, we're not besties. I never knew Sydney Sweeney and Zendaya to be besties, but of course, they worked alongside each other for a couple of years, and they seem to have had a great bond between them. But it never strikes me as people who were like constantly on FaceTime with each other and like, besties, beat, that's my bestie and Tessie, and we do everything together, and we're just, you know, no. They strike me as people who were just like professionally working with each other, and we like and enjoy each other. A part of me is just kind of feeling like, Zendaya, girl, just stand next to her. Like, if it gets to a point where you need to stand next to her or do an interview, because at the end of the day, Rue is a big character on the show, so is Sydney Sweeney, also so is Jacob Elordi, so is Alexa Demi. Like, there's a placement in which you can sit. But I don't know, part of me is just kind of like, girl, let's just get it over and done with. Like, let's just get it over and done with, and let's call it a day. But Zendaya knows, with this climate and this day and age, if she stood next to Sydney Sweeney, then it means that, oh my god, the people are going to start pointing the finger at Zendaya now. And, you know, because Zendaya for me is someone who is like pretty much unproblematic. I don't know much negative tea about her. There's nothing about Zendaya. So maybe she's someone who's very, very intentional when it comes to public perception, and just wants to make sure everything's squeaky clean and good. And there's nothing wrong with that. At the end of the day, I think that she's succeeding in the industry because there is no scandals, and she's just living her life, engaged in all to Tom Holland. And, you know, I love that for Zendaya. Maybe she wants no wahala, she wants no parts of that. And again, can't be mad at it, but I do think that there needs to be a level of professionalism where it's like, girl, if you need to stand next to her, just stand next to her. Like, it is what it is. You don't have to be like, oh, squeeze each other tight and embrace each other. No, but stand next to each other, because at the end of the day, you're on the same show. Because I don't know if it's going to be that simple to like avoid Sydney Sweeney, because you guys are on the same show and you're going to be in close proximity, and I just feel like that's weird. I don't know, but I feel like time will tell. We'll see. Are you guys gonna be watching season 3 Euphoria? Do you guys care? Do you not care? Have you ever? Some people haven't watched Euphoria before, ever. And I always find it so interesting, because Euphoria was huge, especially season 1. But I remember where I was when season 2 came out. I remember just always being sat ready to get into these episodes, because some of it, like, yes, is realistic, I guess, to some people's lives. For me, it just isn't the most realistic show. I think it is a little bit exaggerated, but I'm always here for a little bit of mess and drama and nonsense. So there's that. But yeah, I don't think we need another season after season 3. But I will still be sat though. Like, I would still take it in, grab my popcorn and everything. But I just feel like I'm able to be one of those fans of a show who's like, you know what? Hang it up flat screen. You don't need to drag this on to seasons. Like, please do not make me hate this show. That's what I'm not going to be here for, yeah? So, yeah. Until now, the pair seemingly had a good friendship, as Sydney Sweeney previously cheered on... Oh my god, this article is like annoying me the way it's written. So yeah, up until now, the pair seemingly had a good... a good friendship, as Sydney Sweeney previously cheered on Zendaya when she won an Emmy in 2020. She said, "We were all watching the Emmys because we were all crossing our fingers and we just freaked out," Sydney said, adding, "It's so amazing. I'm very, very, very proud of Zendaya." Talking about working with Zendaya on Euphoria, Sydney reflected that she was really lucky, adding to Access Hollywood. "It's been amazing being able to watch her and just see how much of a boss-ass bitch." She didn't say the bitch part, but I just felt, "I'm a boss-ass bitch." Do you guys remember that song? Wait, what is that song called? "I'm a boss-ass bitch." If I have great memory, Nicki Minaj has something to do with that song. Anyways, Sydney Sweeney recently told GQ magazine that the reaction to the jeans ad was a surprise and heavily hinted she will not be weighing in on the backlash or responding, as she said, "When I have an issue I want to speak about, people will hear." Girl, you were just dumb. Like, that's the best word to use for Sydney Sweeney. You were just dumb. Absolutely dumb. Absolutely dumb. Like, why wouldn't you try to clear up the public perception in the best way you possibly can? Now, is everyone going to take a liking to you after that commercial? No. But the fact that, wouldn't you want to do some sort of damage control? Where is the team? Or is she just so powerful and well protected? You know, her going to Jeff Bezos' wedding alongside Scooter Braun. She's around a lot of, you know, very important people in the industry. She's around a lot of powerhouses. So does she feel like, you know what? I said what I said, I'm standing on business. And at the end of the day, look, someone standing on business, okay, sure, it is what it is. They're not trying to backtrack or backpedal or any of these things. Okay, sure, give her that, right? But Sydney Sweeney is just so loud and wrong, just like her character Cassie. I just don't see it ending well, because a couple of her movies this year have flopped tremendously. People are not going out. They've been, you know, they've like scored quite low on Rotten Tomatoes. So, girl, at some point you should care. At some point you should undo the damage control. Maybe she doesn't care right now in this moment because she hasn't really lost out on much. She's still going to be in Euphoria. She's still booked and busy. The sales went up for American Eagle, so it's like in her mind she's probably just like, you know what, I'm just doing what it is I want to do. I don't know, she's probably just carefree, but like in the weirdest way possible. I just feel like if from time Trump is literally saying good things about you. Anyways, let me know your thoughts and opinions. Do you guys believe this? Do you guys see Zendaya trying to avoid Sydney Sweeney? Or do you think this is simply fake news with a capital F? Let me know down below in the comment section. I just feel like it would be nice to have professionalism in the industry, because let's be real, we're not going to take a liking or believe in some people's religious views or people's political views. It's just how the world goes. We're not going to even some people that you work with and that you you know, have lunch with, or people that you even date. Some people have different views. I don't know how to feel about that though, I'll be honest with you. I just feel like obviously you're not going to agree with everything a human being says or does. But at the end of the day, I just feel like there needs to be some sort of professionalism, especially because we're not besties. We've never been besties before, but we should be able to do this professionally and get it over and done with and do what it is that we have to do. Again, you don't have to embrace each other and be hugs and giggling and smiling or whatever, but I don't think you should be avoiding someone or choosing to sit somewhere differently or pose and stand somewhere. Like, I don't know. But we will see. Only time will tell. I'm going to call this fake news, but it's like, I don't know Zendaya though. I don't know her morals or where she stands. I don't know, maybe she's very stern with like, no, I don't want anything to do with Sydney Sweeney. I hate what she's doing. It's a weird look. It makes me feel uncomfortable what she's done this year. And she's allowed to feel that way, by the way. Zendaya is more than allowed to feel this way because she's a human being and she has opinions. If you don't rock with Sydney Sweeney no more, you don't rock with her, and that's completely fine. But people on set are saying that Sydney Sweeney and Zendaya are going to be divided when they are doing press conferences and when they are on red carpets. And I just want to know how that's going to look. But I feel like that's bringing more drama to that'll bring more drama, more eyes on them. And I get it, some people are gonna big up Zendaya for doing that because like, oh my god, she wants nothing to do with Sydney Sweeney, just like us. But it's like, remember people, we need to bring back professionalism as well. So I don't know how I feel about it. Again, only time will tell. Let me know your thoughts and opinions down below in the comment section. Let me know if you guys prefer the audio on this lapel mic situation thing we've got going on. And yes, I'll catch you guys real soon for a brand new video, hopefully tomorrow. Keyword hopefully.